Hey everyone, Jason from Lincoln Social. I hope you're having a great day. Today, we're going to talk about Tesla, the electric car. Yes, the one that plugs in. Now, some people are for electric cars, some people are against. Me, wondering about them, I went and test drove a Tesla. I test drove the 2019 Model S. It was great. Let me tell you. Very clean, smooth acceleration, sleek body style. Personally, I loved everything about the Tesla. Now, I'm looking into buying a new car, and of course the Tesla Model S is at the top of my choices for which one I like. Now, there's a lot of different pros and cons to an electric car, of course. So today, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons. I'm going to ask you what you think and ask you to comment in the comments below so I can go over it and we can have an open conversation because I'd love to hear your feedback as well. So, Tesla 2019 model. Now these cars are a little expensive. I am looking at roughly $48,000 for the Model S all-wheel drive with the extended mileage. Now I'm looking at the extended mileage because there's no charging stations where I live, so I would need to be able to drive a minimum of 150 miles to a charging station or keep a charger in the trunk. That's not fun. So I'm looking at the extended range Model S all-wheel drive. It is a little bit of a performance package. I'm opting out for the regular rims and of course I gotta have the autopilot option. Now the autopilot option is optional. You don't have to get it. It is $7,000 additional, but it's got some really great features like auto parking and summon your car. You can actually push a button on your phone and your car will back out of the parking spot and drive down to you. That's cool. Really great. Not everybody's needing a car just for that, but it's a pretty great option. Now, when I test drove the car, I used the autopilot self-driving on the highway, and it was a really great experience. It was very smooth. The transition, I wasn't worried at all. And personally, I think that electric cars, automated on their own, are the wave of the future. Wouldn't it be cool to buy a car, and while you're sitting at home, you can send it out to be an Uber driver? That's where I'm thinking. Automatic driving, why not? So, pros to have an electric car, just a few, are no oil changes, no transmission flushes, you don't have to buy spark plugs, you don't have to get a tune-up, no air filters, no oil filters, you don't have to worry about a coolant system, you don't have to worry about the coolant system over freezing or not taking care of, no water pumps, no alternators. And these are all things that commonly go out on a regular car constantly. I cannot tell you how many starters, alternators, power steering pumps I've replaced. Well, an electric car doesn't have all that. So, and one bonus of the Tesla that I found out is if you get the upgraded package, it actually has an unlimited mile train warranty. That means 1,000,000 miles, 500,000 miles. As many miles as you put on it, it's covered. The lower introductory package only has 100,000 miles, but it also has a smaller battery. So I'm not looking into that one or talking about that one today. Today we're talking about the Model S with the upgraded all-wheel drive extended range. So, no oil changes. You won't have to worry about. You want to get coolant system changes. Most cars, they break down at 100,000 miles. Or you have to get transmissions replaced, you have to get clutches if it's a 5-speed, brake fluid, none of that. With the Tesla, it's all electric, and with the warranty, it's going to cover everything bumper to bumper as far as the batteries and the generator. From my research, everything is fully covered. Definitely would like to get that in writing, will. If you look on their website, it says unlimited powertrain warranty. But you're not going to have to worry about any of the fluids. You're not going to have to worry about transmissions and things going out. So along with that also comes the services. You're not going to have to get a oil change every other month. You're not going to have to get your system coolant changed and flushed constantly. You're not going to have to worry about spark plugs fouling out. It's literally batteries connected to a motor, and when it accelerates when you let off of the accelerator. It automatically decelerates for you, and that's it to the powertrain. There's not much that can go wrong with that. And to me, that is a no-brainer, and it sounds like a really great idea. You know, not only do you have to make a car payment, but then if you have added maintenance expenses, that's going to make that car worth substantially more. And I'm viewing it as, if I was to get a Tesla with the extended range all-wheel drive, I won't have to worry about the services, because the services are not, they're not the same for an electric car as they are. You're gonna have, you know, tires, you have to get that obviously, but beyond that, that's really it. No tune-ups and so on and so forth. That would all be covered from the manufacturer. It has a range of about 328 miles, which for me is great, because everywhere I go, I can knock that out in one charge. But in Michigan, there's chargers in Bay City, some by Detroit, and they also have a charger that goes in the trunk that hooks up to 220 that you can charge the car in hours. Obviously, the fast charging stations are quick charge of 20 minutes, and that's the way to go. But if you're out, you're in a pinch, you can plug it in nobody's car. That's a great idea too. I like the fact that there's going to be no gas emissions. When you get an oil change, there's not going to be this oil to dispose of. When you change the coolant, you know, this coolant isn't going to be disposed of or put down a drain. You know, none of these things are going to be, you know, when a spark plug's used and then you change the spark plug, it just gets thrown in trash. There's no like repurposing of that. You know, alternators they rebuild, and starters they rebuild. That's why there's deposits on them. But you know, all these disposable things on a regular car, the thought of getting away from those expenses to me is appealing. What do you think? Do you own an electric car? Have you test driven an electric car? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really interested in what you have to say because I like to have some feedback. I obviously have not purchased the car yet, but I've been sleeping on it at night, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Very smooth driving car. The thought of not having to pay for gas, not having to get oil changes, and these tune-ups and these other constant maintenances, and the possibility of in 2020 a car that could be an Uber driver while I'm sitting at home with automated driving, that to me is very appealing. I know it's a little down the road, but they're working on it, and they have thousands and thousands of hours and research and millions of hours, I'm sure, manpower in these vehicles, and it's the wave of the future, and it's something that I would like to hear about what you think. Do you think a Tesla car with an unlimited lifetime warranty, which pretty much be the last car I would ever purchase in my life, do you think that's worth $48,000, or would it be better to purchase a $25,000 car and then still have to buy oil, get tune-ups and regular maintenance and fuel on top of that? Me personally, it does boil down to driving. I like to drive about 1,000 miles a week. So when you factor that into gas, it's probably about $400 a week, or a month, I'm sorry, $100 at least a month that I use in fuel. So that to me is appealing also, because then on top of oil changes and all the other maintenance, I would be eliminating and saving that much that I could use that $400 towards a payment on a Tesla. And you know, electricity, as far as charging it, I'm hearing different numbers. Most people are averaging, they're telling me about $17 for a full charge. And that's not bad for 320 miles range. So, like and comment and let me know what you think. And I hope this video has been informative. This is more of me asking you what you think and where you stand on the Tesla or gas engine shopping. You know, help me be a more informed shopper as well. I would love to have your feedback, and I look forward to reading the comments. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.